Welcome back, episode 231 of the Bears' latest podcast. I'm your host, Colton St. Vincent. It's hotel week. We're staying in a hotel for a week. We're on the balcony today. Check out this view, huh? Can't buy this stuff. If you wrote this in a Hollywood script, you wouldn't believe it. Look at all that concrete. Bug, maybe in the background? Who knows? Thought we'd change things up. So we're going out here on the balcony talking Bears football. Number one, the billboard in Arlington Heights was officially approved to stay up. It may sound silly just saying it, but there was a billboard put up in the year, are you ready for this? 2017. It was back when it was still a horse track, and it said, home of future Chicago Bears games. 2017, and we have 0 shovels in the ground. There was an extension in 2023. Came days after Kevin Warren met with the Naperville mayor, and back in 2023, it felt like it was a matter of when, not if. We're now sitting in 2026. We just went forward about 9 to 10 years. And Arlington Heights still has no idea if they're hosting the Bears or not. Now, I know we're all tired of this, but I just found it funny that the Chicago Tribune, pretty major publication, took time out of their day to write about this. Chris Placek. Hey, Chris Placek. He mentions that the racetrack, oh my goodness, there's a plane coming down, it's loud as hell. The racetrack generated a lot of revenue from this billboard. I believe they generated around $120,000 a year just for the old track. And Stay Connected Chicago Bears is still up there for the billboard. So they still own the land, dude. They bought it almost 10 years ago. I still think they're going to Arlington Heights. That's my personal opinion. But that's it. I mean, there's not much else to really talk about when it comes to this saga. Until there's actual news, nothing is going to happen. Other actual news, Warren Sharp. He's worked for a couple NFL teams, if you don't know, and he has his own website called Sharp Football Analysis, where he breaks down a lot of sabermetrics and spits it out for dumb people like me. Using his sabermetrics, he does a lot of predictive rankings, and he put out his top rankings for the 2026 season for all 32 teams at each position. Offensive line caught my attention because the Bears were 6th in the whole NFL. Number 1, the Broncos, Eagles, Bills, Bucks, Rams, Bears. Very good teams to be around. The next closest NFC North team, Vikings at 12, Lions at 14. And I'm scrolling, and the Packers are at 27th. Now, that's something I like to hear. New left tackle for the Packers, Jordan Morgan. Hopefully he sucks balls. But let's see what Warren Sharp had to say about the Bears' offensive line. He says left tackle Ozzie Trapillo remains out after suffering a torn patellar tendon in last year's playoffs. But the Bears added veteran Jedrick Willis to fill the void. Garrett Bradbury was also added in free agency to play center, and will compete with second-round pick Logan Jones for the starting spots. Interesting that he talks about Garrett Bradbury in free agency. That was a trade. And he doesn't mention anyone else. So Theo Benedict is a name that you could easily toss out there. Braxton Jones, who I personally think will get the left tackle position, also unmentioned. But hey, top 10 for the Bears. We lost not one, but 2 starters from last season, left tackle and center. I'd say 2 of the most important positions in the whole situation. And you can't complain if you're still top 10, especially 6th. That is a Super Bowl caliber offensive line. expect the line to do well, and I do expect a huge run game season for the Bears. Next up, training camp tickets were on sale recently, and let me tell you, I don't know if you tried, but if you're watching this, you're obviously a Bears fan, and you probably thought about going to a Chicago Bears training camp session. Yeah, they're gone. As soon as your internet loads, that shit's gone. Now, it sucks because they really lost a lot of capacity for their training camp when they left Bourbonnais and they went to Hallis Hall. I think Hallis Hall is much cooler. It's much more pristine, cleaned up. But Bourbonnais just gave way more opportunity to fans to come see Chicago Bears in training camp, especially now when the Bears are hot. Bears are hot in the streets. Everyone wants to go see them, wants to see what Caleb is doing, and when they're gone in under a minute every single year, it's tough to go see that. The Real Burns 3 from Barstool Sports says, does anyone know the capacity of Hallis Hall when they have training camp there? Because these tickets are gone in 0.2 seconds every year. Some of his responses are saying 1,000. Some people are saying 900. One person says, Danielle Trokes, I was 980 in the queue. Once it got to 150 people left, it went very quick, so I'm assuming that's when it sold out. Luck of the draw. That's very limited. I believe that Bourbonnais held like 10,000. But sometimes you just gotta accept it, you know? If you're gonna have cool stuff like Hallis Hall, you're gonna have to accept. What if a plane just flew into me? Like, what if we just saw that live? Look at it go, huh? That's real stuff, baby. So, if you didn't get your training camp tickets, I'm sorry. I didn't either. So, and look at this hot credential that I get. I'm Bears' latest podcast host, Colton St. Vincent. And I didn't get training camp tickets. Finally, Ben Johnson was mentioned recently. I was listening to the Athletics football show, the Athletic media company's football show, not the Athletics, not the Oakland, Sacramento, Las Vegas Athletics football show. Not here, not today. Anyway, Robert Mays was chatting about Ben Johnson recently, and he really wanted to point out Ben Johnson's play calling. There's a lot of times that his plays may not look like they're working, but if he's the kind of guy that if it's 3rd and 9, he might run a draw up the middle and it might work. That is going to make it harder for defenses in the NFL to play him one way or the other. Play the run, play the pass. I think it's pretty exciting to know that it's not only Bears fans that are in love with this, but big parts of the media landscape agrees with us. That Ben Johnson's play calling, overall genius, overall psycho-ness, is the difference maker for the Bears in this upcoming season. Short and sweet today. Hotel Week is halfway through. Episode 231 of the Bears' latest podcast. One last plane for good measure. It's somewhere. Thanks for watching. We talk Bears football every single day for about 10 minutes just to keep you informed so you don't have to. Listen here, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on the Bears' latest podcast. Peace.